Welcome back to the lesson. Okay, this is your fifth lesson whereby you'll be learning how to render, your design of your coin bank using the fill button. Okay, so where's the fill button? The fill button is here. Okay, the one that looks like a cylinder. So if you press, there are three options. One is one that you fill with a spotlight in the place where you can adjust later. I'll show you. Another one is basically you have a field where they will slowly show the changes in the color tone gradually. And the third one, which we will not be using so often, is the one that you fill with one color. Okay, so for today's lesson, we'll be showing you how to render or color your object, your design with these two options. Okay, so how do we go about doing it? Now, previously we have designed your object, and it looks like this. Make sure they are still in two layers. Okay, as you can see on the right side, they're still in two layers, because later on when I want to fill, okay, the specific areas, right, you need these two layers to function properly. Okay, so let's start out with the first one, the base one. Okay, the base one here. Right, so how do we do it? First, you choose the fill button. Right, for the edges, I would suggest that you use the gradual, okay, tone rather than spotlight. Spotlight usually we will use for big surfaces and depending on the source of light. Okay, in this case, the source of light I would suggest is going to be in front of the object. Okay, so on this surface, the rest should be gradual. Okay, later I'll show you the final product. So let us start off with the linear fill. Okay, not the radial fill. So the linear fill, how? So very simple. When you choose already, you just press on one surface. Can you see? And depending on the color you want, you can play around. You can choose, right, the center one. Let's say I'm choosing the center circle. Okay, then I choose, okay, I want blue color or you want red color. You're going to play around with it, okay, depending on the color you want. In this case, I like blue. Okay, so you just play around with it. Can you see? Adjust until the position that you think is correct. In this case, you can pull around. Black color, if you pull it, will increase. Okay, so remember, first one, try to play around with it. Okay, then we will have maybe in this tone. Once it's done, okay, remove the fill and it's done. Next, you continue. Alright, you continue with all the surfaces. Can you see? Just play around with it. Okay, make sure everything is filled up. In this case, maybe it should be in this manner because the shadow, you will see more shadow, alright, underneath. Alright, so depending on your designer, right, then you can remove it. Now, I'm going to show you one slight error. So some of you might face this. Okay, you see? Yeah, press this. How come like that? What has happened? So when you see this, right, it means that, okay, your drawing itself somewhere, okay, if you have spotted the error, you should be aware already. Okay, what's the issue? Some of the lines are not joined properly. Okay, so let me show you. My line here is not joined properly. So hence the fill, right, the color itself will overflow. Okay, so when you draw, touch up the lines already, and then you try again. If it doesn't fill up properly, means that your line has not drawn properly again. So you try again, you press fill, you see, it's done. Okay, okay, so you just continue, alright, continue and play with it. Okay, so in this case, maybe I will have more white color because the light is shining from above and in front. Okay, so maybe I should see more white color on these surfaces. Alright, and then you continue. Now I'm going to show you the next one, which is the radial fill. So you have to visualize how you want to color, okay, your object. before you try, all right? So in this case, the radial field may be on this surface, all right? Then change to the color you want. Okay, then maybe the white color I want it to be on top, not so much of the black. So you pull, then you decide, okay, how much white color you want. Okay, I don't think it's a lot, but it's mostly on top. So maybe in this manner. Okay. Then when you're done with all the coloring, remember to do the cover, which is the cover for the hole. Okay, remember to fill also. Okay, change to another color. Right, then you fill up. Okay, choose. See how you can choose whichever. So in this case, I choose the center one. Change to red color. Okay, because it's on the same surface as the other one, right? So I should choose radial field and something like that. So if you continue, right, how does it look like? Okay, it will look like this. Okay, so now this is a method where I would prefer that you all would try out. Okay, if you do not wish to use this to render or color your final design, you can have the option of using the watercolor, the air spray, okay, all this down here. You go and play around with it, or even marker. Okay, you can color out each layer, each surface. Okay, fill option. This is the fastest and can give you quite a very nice and gradual tone, okay, to your final design. So please explore, right? You can even use color pencil down here. Just need to change the color palette on your palette, okay, to play around with it. Okay, so this is really up to you. So, all right, this is the end of the lesson for the color rendering. Hope you have enjoyed.